Why don't the existing tools fit your needs?
Well, it is always a question of intention. Clients bought these tools to manage IT operations. Their purpose is not to support an outsourcing project. They do not provide data we need, and the information is not really usable.
What capabilities must outsourcing software have from your standpoint?
Each outsourcing is different. You need to have a solution which is adjustable to the project plan and, of course, to the items to be outsourced. It must be able to measure the KPIs from outsourcing contract so you can track the success of different milestones. You need to have one single source of truth where all project members around the globe have the same data accessibility and can update information in real time. Of course, that solution has to be able to manage user rights so the data is protected. The data itself needs to be stored according to compliance. Risk mitigation is very substantial. The solution needs to be able to cover a complex business structure of a globally acting enterprise where you have all the different types of data like facility management, people, technology, vendor and SLA contracts, and many other influencers. At the end, you have to bring all the different data types in the right manner so it makes sense. This is what we have done with Outsourcing Governor.
Okay, let's move on to Outsourcing Governor. When should I implement your tool? In which stage of my outsourcing initiative?
You can set up your organization with all BAs, BUs, legal entities, and the geographic scope, as well as all other related data like assets, employees, contracts, and much more upfront signing for one of the service providers on the shortlist. It may even help you to decide which of the service providers fits you best. Check if their pricing model might be risky, their geographic presence is similar to yours, or the project roadmap can work. But of course, it is not too late when clients are using our tool right at the beginning of the outsourcing project.
Okay, that's clear now, but where does it end?
Once you used Outsourcing Governor, you can continue using it after the operational takeover by the new service provider. Your management can perform cost analysis, you see if the monthly billing is correct and if services are fulfilled. Once you later decide to change the service provider, the new one will be very happy to get access to Outsourcing Governor.
Now I understand how I can start and how it can end. But what's in between?
Well, in between, you need to manage a data evolution. To manage something like that, you have to use our proven methodology to enrich and manage all that data. Outsourcing Governor collects more than 10,000 parameters in all modules, but only 10% are critical for the transformation. Data completeness may vary, and this is why you need to have a choice of parameters. Most likely, a missed parameter can be passed by using other available information. Best knowledge principle on other trustful facts.
Which methodology is implemented in Outsourcing Governor?
Within Outsourcing Governor, you work permanently within the different project phases of your outsourcing project plan. Once you set up your project plan, Outsourcing Governor will separate the data management within different phases. The clue is that you need to move a facility, a workplace, a server, a business application, or contract from project phase to project phase. This way you have to get sure that you won't forget anything. Using a phase group code, we can track when an object appeared for the first time and also track its status or existence during the whole project. It is like a unique key. You are able to consolidate data between different phases and produce a higher data quality. Regular consolidations during the project will ensure you always have reports with accurate data. That consolidation runs in the background.
So, what is the procedure?
Let us focus on our best practice. Phase 1 is the import from all existing available data sources. Outsourcing Governor helps you to get the data in, clean them up, and enrich before they get presented. Your data will automatically get now a PGC. In phase 2, you run physical surveys. For that purpose, Outsourcing Governor includes a module called Online On-Site Validator. All available data from the original import will be presented to the local site contacts. One or more will then only need either to confirm the existence of objects, delete if replaced in the meantime, or add new. They can continue to use the same module for future updates. Always up-to-date information available. Phase 3 contains data from eDiscovery. Outsourcing Governor includes a special module for that. You can distribute the eDiscovery server on pre-installed VMs within your enterprise network. Outsourcing Governor will start to check the communication of all active IPs. If you have not deployed our agent with your software distribution tool, Outsourcing Governor will do that for you. Right afterwards, you set up the intensity of information you want to have. A standard setup makes up to 25,000 updates for a workplace or server per day. That includes user profiling and application metering. So we get a communication and dependency metrics. Of course, we also collect all information about installed hardware and software. The eDiscovery should continue at least until transformation is done, so we always have fresh information. In phase 4, you can perform a consolidation between all previous phases. What happens now is that you have the first time matched data from human with machine-discovered information. You have now reached the highest quality. For example, here you may find servers which have been seen by the network discovery but not seen in the site survey. If these are VMs, you should not wonder. If there are 25 physical servers, you should probably make an investigation because that might become a problem. And vice versa, if you have physically seen but not discovered, this might be a sign for investigation too.
All right, we now have a lot of good data. How do we continue?
Well, to prepare working packages, you can run different reports or analysis to see the dependencies of application landscapes. In phase 5, you run what-if analysis. For that, you use your predefined compatibility templates to check if your server is supported by your cloud service provider. Like I do it here with AWS from Amazon. The templates include prerequisites Amazon needs to have fulfilled. Servers which are marked green are ready to go. Yellow or red show unfulfilled requirements that need your attention. You now take the green marked server and schedule when the clouding should start. Outsourcing Governor knows, of course, the WAN connection. Before clouding can start, Outsourcing Governor is now going to install a piece of software on the particular server. In our case, we use Cloud Scraper. At the scheduled time, we start the capsuling of that server and move it bit by bit to AWS. On AWS, we start to configure the network of the server. When this is finished, the server will be moved to phase 6. Phase 6, in our case, we defined for testing. Outsourcing Governor knows the stakeholder, and you simply send the person a claim and ask them to test the environment. Once you get an OK, the old server can be switched off. All traffic now goes to cloud. Phase 7 represents the final consolidated status where you can always track all the changes happened for each single piece of object. By the way, if you do not go for clouding and just need hardware replacement, virtualization or consolidation, it works the same way.
What about risk mitigation?
Avoiding risk means for Outsourcing Governor to detect potential issues before they may happen. For that purpose, we have integrated a risk management tool where you can set up the risks and make a weighing for risk type. You can also add fees to estimate the financial impact. Before you do that, set up exactly what is a risk for your project. For example, a server with an old operating system or a server out of maintenance agreement might become a risk factor during the transformation. Another risk factor includes employees on the way to leave the company in the near future or changing their duties.
Zoran, my last question is about measuring the success of outsourcing. Now, we all know outsourcing agreements are quite complicated. How do we implement the agreement within Outsourcing Governor to be able to see the progress?
Let us clarify why the agreements are complicated and very often a matter of renegotiations or legal issues between both parties. Assume the agreement is full of soft facts. It is very hard to measure. You need to read the agreement and put figures in our KPI module. They become hard facts. I give you an example. If the agreement includes that all data centers within US need to be closed within 2017, there is a chain of dates connected to this fact. Each of the dates is connected with a project phase of the complete outsourcing. The dates come from the project planning. So I simply define KPIs and measure if the consolidation of that management points is within planned windows or if you run into troubles. Of course, you can connect penalties and see what cost effect this might have on your project.